I barely played a minute. No sweat in my follicles. Attitude was changing. Temper slightly volatile. I'm on the move again now. School with my friends now. Busting to the slums though. Boy, I'm with the get down. Back up in my habitat. This where all the action at. Scholarship to Weber State. Then David Stern passed the hat. No cap. Mama told me I'm worth it. A little pain won't hurt you. I practice till it's perfect. And that's why I deserve.
First semester as a freshman, I'm out with a blessing. You know I can't wait till that financial aid check hit. I'm going to the gym way before breakfast. No talking to my best friends, I'm working on excellence. Still ain't getting no playing time cause they was putting Seth in. But Liberty was still winning like Davidson and Stephen. My handles was the best in. Pull up and make the net bend. Coach said you'll never check in if you don't know the O's and X's. I gotta perfect this. Flicking up the left wrist. Going to the league, the only goal that's on my checklist. Buy mama Alexis. Matching pearl necklace. Either that or it's back to the block playing Tetris. When I hurt the knee, I was still chasing a dream. Crossover too mean to be a regular breed. Instead of making a squad, I end up coaching the team. Yeah, business started booming. I'm on the phone with Cuban. Training out in Dallas, handle life for the Mavericks. Coach still nasty, I was scrimmaging at practice. Anything can happen from the couch to the mattress. More to the story, I'm just finishing the chapter. Mama told me I'm worth it. A little pain won't hurt you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. November 6th. Hot coffee. We're jumping in this morning to continue the adventures. Froggy throat and all. Of my sharpshooter for the New York Knicks. We're currently 9-0, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so we're going to jump into Game 10 and see if we can't continue the rampage. I'm just waiting to get shut down. It's going to happen. It's coming. I can't have this successful a run, but I did grind my butt off for Season 1, got all my badges. I only have one left that I have to earn. I've maxed out my three-pointing, maxed out my defense, which I'm not very good at, but still. We're going to see if we can't continue to roll with this character. Maybe get a championship out of this season. We'll see. Game 10, going up against the Bucks, who are a really hard team.
Halloween from 2K TV. This week we're checking in with the 2K League and getting details on Season 4. And are you going out for the My Team Unlimited tournament? We catch up.
No, I'm not. I actually don't do any of
system in Manhattan, part of the experience here in New York.
I don't do any of the random stuff. I just like career mode. Career mode is my favorite.
Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. They've got Brooke Lopez. Chris Middleton is out there with Harrell. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard position. And for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Anderson.
Harrell's hard, man.
And it's Sharp in at the 2. Two terrific.
This will be an interesting game. I think the Bucks won the championship in game for the last season.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
Oh.
Score the basket. His
Not a good way to start.
Well, he knows he's going to get bodied, but Eric Bledsoe pays it no mind. Wow, what a hoop there.
And here's Anderson
Miss.
on the arc. Rebound by Harrell. Now here's DiVincenzo. That one good for 2.
Uncovered
They
at
are
the rim,
coming out
finding
of the
cracks
gate.
in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
For 3, Bledsoe.
Ah, no
It's
manes.
rebounded by New York.
You can't miss those, but even the best
Shot.
on occasion.
And Eric Bledsoe.
No.
Special kind of athlete.
And 3 separate knee surgeries in the rear view, but still so fast, his teammates call him Ferrari. The way he's built, a muscle car might be more accurate.
Shot.
From deep 3. The long distance 3 is built.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
Bledsoe against Anderson.
Nah, come here.
Shots good by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 6.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Mike Budenholzer. Said priority number 1 is to
Shut.
not let these guys get going from the perimeter. Do not let them start getting open threes. It's a recipe.
Well, if
for
they're not going to
disaster.
guard me tight yet, then we're going
All
to...
right, David,
Oh, yeah, it's
obviously
mine.
the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense. Porter finds Randall.
Shot.
A 3 from Anderson. And again, New York with the triple.
Stealing shot.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Bledsoe. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Not on
Julius
me.
Randle picks one up.
You got to be a little bit more cautious when guarding Bledsoe. The problem is he enjoys the physicality out there.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And the first one at the line is good for the Knicks. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Randall. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Michael Porter. The Bucks also with the sub. Todd's checked in. Bledsoe hits them both.
Just Eric Bledsoe, when he's in these games and you can see he's got hyper focus, he can become a big problem. Athletic, plays both ends of the floor, and that power from him at the guard position is very unique.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Fred Van Vliet is checked in for New York. Frazier, he's checked in for the Bucks. Monte Morris comes in for Eric Bledsoe.
Well, at the time, Robinson's journey to the draft was such a big story, but now the story is getting bigger as he continues to improve his game and dominate the inside of NBA play.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. And the Knicks making a change here. Porter's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. The Knicks with the lead. Pass to Kuzma. Out to the right wing. Some nice passing by New York here. Over to the left wing. Pass to Porter. Kuzma with it.
I'll take it.
Anderson outside. Shot clock at 6.
Give me.
Passes to Anderson. And he comes up with the deuce. Anderson's got 11 points.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Bucks trail by 3.
Come here. No. Oh, I
And he
stopped.
uses the glass
That's
on the
my
layup.
fault.
1:39 left here in the opening quarter. Passes it to Van Vliet.
Shot.
Launches it. Anderson can't get it to go. And so it's Frazier who'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't
Shot.
match the intensity
Off timing.
of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one. Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
And Harrell slams it in.
This is what happens when you put the hard work in, as Harrell is impacting the game.
Van Vliet finds Porter. And here's Anderson for 3. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity.
Well, I might miss it, but
Now the pass to Lopez. 40 seconds left to play here in the first. Good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
oh, you're wide open, buddy.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Kevin Knox is checked in for the Knicks. Dennis Smith comes in for Fred VanVleet. The Bucks also changing it up. Hill comes in for Brook Lopez. And Cook subbed in for Monte Morris. Bucks trail by 5. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Harrell dishes to Hill. Back to Harrell. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Harrell's got his second basket of the night.
He gets really excited about finishing through contact.
Smith outside.
Oh,
A steal. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. Oh, and he
Nice
puts it
block.
off the glass. Wow. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. It's the Knicks up 1. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
shot.
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, it's the kind of thing that happens.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Bucks. We've got time.
Single foul and you pull me. Lame.
Fans can be impatient, Greg, especially for the fans of teams that are slow to start a season.
And Kevin, the media as well.
Right,
I
right.
played in New York, and you know, in that town, you go big or you get talked about, no doubt about it. But with the way things have evolved now, and every team is a national team because every game's televised, it's starting to happen more in some of those smaller markets as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sports.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. Pass to Holmes. Anderson outside. Over Morris.
Why did I do that?
And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Yeah, I hit the
Bucks
wrong
trail
button.
by
That's
11.
what that came down to.
Here's
Nice. Oh, I hit the
He
square
gets
button.
it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
That's
And
my
that's
fault.
now 6 points for Chris Middleton. Porter finds Anderson. A
Shot.
free ball. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Pass to Frazier. He dishes it to Middleton. Porter against Frazier. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Holmes. Offensive rebound. Lopez. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Good size and the ability to carve out
That
space.
was my fault.
Lopez battling on the rebound.
VanVleet can't get it to go.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and gameplay. Cook the pass to Lopez. Porter pulls
Yeah.
it in. Oh, and here comes Anderson all along.
Oh, what the hell?
Passes to Holmes.
Sometimes I don't like
To
the
the wing
controls
right
in this
side.
game compared to NBA 2K20. I'm still figuring those.
Here's VanVleet. It's good. VanVleet's got the lead up to 12 now for the Knicks.
Still figuring those controls out sometimes. I get
And so
misclicks.
that's the end of the first half. Knicks lead by 12. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
It's Randall and Robinson
Nope.
at the 4 and the 5. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Porter. And it's Sharp in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Here's Robinson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
So strong. Robinson completes the play. And now let's see if he can finish it off at the line for the 3-point play.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Free throw good. Robinson. Bucks trail by 13. Bledsoe outside. And the jam by Bledsoe.
An aggressive Eric Bledsoe is a better Eric Bledsoe for this team.
Here's Randall. And he makes that one. Randall's got 5.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Middleton, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against New York. And G.A. Chris Middleton, over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
George Hill's checked in for Frazier.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
I'll take it.
Here's Anderson. Lopez with the block.
No, I won't.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame. A smart block, if you will.
Inside. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists in the game. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin. And I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they'll cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
Give me that ball.
Passes to Harrell. Misses from short range.
And typically he has the touch to finish
Shot.
when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Anderson gets it to go.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
The pass to Bledsoe. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
George Hill recognizing when his man was open, an effective pass that time.
Baseline jumper. Outside Porter. Some nice passing by New York here. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Anderson. The 3. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. And so he'll bring it up for the Bucks. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Pass to Harrell.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
I can't believe I missed that.
Todd with the rebound. Bucks trail by 12. 1:52 left in the third. Pass to Lopez.
Oh, I'm screwed. He's a
Over
big
Anderson.
dude.
Lopez with the bucket. Lopez has got
No
4
way I'm
points this
blocking
quarter.
that.
Lopez close up and gets it done.
To the inside. Lets it go from 14. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. The Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Shea really making a difference here.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
So New York ends up going with the new group. The Bucks also. Van Vliet kicks to Anderson. To the paint, looking for Kuzma. He gets it there. Over Harrell.
Nice.
And Kuzma with the basket on the assist by Anderson. And that's now 8 points for Kyle Kuzma. Holman here now for an injury report. Now for an update on Dante DiVincenzo's injury.
Yeah.
Let's go to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin.
Come
I
here.
just talked with the Bucks head athletic trainer. He informed me that the knee was bent slightly backwards and is indeed hyperextended, but that there does not appear to be any structural damage. It's unfortunate timing all around for them. Of course, they will need to band together while he's out. We'll see how they respond. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Morris. Then it's Todd. Then there's Harrell. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. Holmes trying to free himself up. Anderson's shot is off. To the middle. Todd passes to Morris. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
It's Kuzma top the key. Back to Anderson. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. The kick out to Anderson. Takes the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Anderson's got 33 points.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Pass to Middleton. Lopez inside. Holmes on him. Clock at 6. Here's DiVincenzo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Michael Porter comes in for Kyle Kuzma.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Middleton dishes to Lopez. Yep, that one goes in there.
Don't mistake that Lopez shoots threes now more often, that he can't go down low at that size and do damage.
Harrell, he's checked in for Todd.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez, because he's been able to step out and shoot threes, along with being a really reliable rim protector. So creative on offense. Randall getting more and more comfortable handling the ball and understanding where he can get to on specific possessions.
Middleton can't get it to go. They can take their time on this possession.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Yeah, there's no way that I'm coming back from that.
Bledsoe. Ball's not loose.
Come here.
1:43 left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, I'm taking a 3 off of that.
Nice D. Shea way outside.
That's right. That's how I come back from that.
Triple.
That's mine.
Many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities.
Got nothing.
From deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Middleton can't get it to go.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, you couldn't answer back.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Knicks.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jay.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Now the feed to Randall. Shoots over Leonard.
Shiznizzle.
There's some good commitment from Myers Leonard on defense there. Gets his hands up and swats that one away.
Here is Cook. And, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Shot.
A 3 from Anderson. Connects again from distance.
I have yet to have a game below 40 points. It's an average I'll like to try to hold for the rest of the season.
Here's Cook. That one goes. Counted.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
29 seconds left in the fourth. Smith outside. New York moving it around. Anderson passes to Trice. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Trice. Shooting 1.
$11 seconds left in the game. Burke with it. So no problem for New York as they get the win.
Yeah.
This game may not have been
Welcome to win number 10 in the career of my sharpshooter for the New York Knicks.
Appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll do it, folks. So for David
Game
Aldridge,
10
Greg Anthony,
done.
Brett Berry, and the whole
We're now
2K
10-0
Sports crew.
with
This is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for being with us.
second
See you later.
season in the career mode for my sharpshooter with the New York Knicks. Let's see if we can take it 11-0. I'm glad I spent all that time grinding out season 1 because season 1 sucked. I mean, we lost 34 games, I think, before we won a single one. And then we came back from that to get to the finals, to make it to the semifinals. We lost the semifinals. We didn't actually make it to the finals, but we got to the finals, the semifinals, then got knocked out by the Raptors, if I'm not mistaken. But season 2 came out dominating. Can't wait. Stick around. We're about to go into game 11 here momentarily.
Cold hands, sharp pencil. I scribble the stanza as my hands are trembling. Grade 7 made heaven out of words. I began to build a world that only I inhabit. I got a habit of rapping about tragic. I think I'm just passionate, trying to steer the way while in the dark. Hope I ain't crashing it. Now my little hobby turned to cash now. Thinking about who I'd be if I listen to doubt. Said I never do it, well look at me now. Young girl, oh dream, oh soul, oh dear. Plan B, plan well, good luck, no fear. Just wait and tell you when the time's near. But if I never jump, then I here. Ain't don't ride till you pick up speed. They think college is all you need. And I don't blame you brainwashing on you, G. It took me 19 years to finally start to believe. And that's me, listen. I'ma make it rain or shine. All about about my money, don't waste my time. Ain't nobody gonna bring me down. I'm on an elevator. I'm on to something greater. Ain't nobody gonna take my crown. Okay, this is for the kids with depression. The ones whose parental expectations got them stressing. The ones who would rather persevere, but they trying to make it cause they ain't really living in the present. They out here grinding, seeking perfect timing, tuning out the useless voices that discourage rhyming. Get a real job, I don't argue with my destiny. And if my choices don't affect you, why you testing me? And as of late, I've been asking why he blessing me. I could cry enough tears to feel the Chesapeake. Hold it together, girl, you deserve the world. And if no one else will say it, then I spit it to the mic in the studio when I lay it. And I play it when you discouraged. I know chasing the impossible takes some courage. And I can promise at the end of your journey, when it's all said and done, will nothing feel much better than hearing my you won. Hey, I'ma make it in the rain or shine. All about my money, don't waste my time. Ain't nobody gonna bring me down. I'm on an elevator. I'm on to something greater. Ain't nobody gonna take my crown.
Let's see how game 11 goes.
Welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, and happy Halloween.
We hope you are enjoying some sugar-filled fun in the neighborhood because there's a lot of competition out there.
Competition? You know who's not scared of competition? The NBA 2K League.
Yes, that's right, and they have some fun ideas to spice up this offseason and the upcoming draft.
We caught up with the
We're the land of the free.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. D.A., take it away.
Hey, Kevin,
Everyone talks about the Heat culture. It is special. David, thank you. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Sharp in at the 2 spot. And for the Heat, we've got Ball. Bam Adebayo is out there with Sharp. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Hero in the 2 guard. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the off right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the offseason on that challenge.
Season never really ends. Shot clock at 6. High post try. Adebayo. The putback is no good. Anderson outside. From outside the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Anderson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for New York. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Outside, Ball. Pass to Butler. The Knicks pull it in. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And they had some memorable battles last season. Let's hope for more of the same here tonight. Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
Oh.
And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
I shouldn't take the shot.
Valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
The Heat have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Ball, the pass to Hero. There's the dish to Butler. Over Randall. And it's Butler missing.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to
Shot.
calm down and reward your matchups.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
New York with the ball. Big run right now going for him. 11.
Shot!
A 3 from Anderson. They get the rebound. Robinson, that's good.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
They were able to convert a lot of those offensive rebounds. That's the key, generating points off those extra possessions.
Let's see how we can do this game.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. To the left wing. Up top, Adebayo. 6 to shoot.
Nice.
And the rejection by Holmes. And a fast
I'll take it.
now for New York.
Shot.
Van Fleet with the ball.
No.
Anderson can't get it to go.
I should have let
The
Van
Heat
Fleet
trail by
take
11.
it to the rim. I got greedy.
Robinson passes to Nunn.
That's on me. Got
31 left to play in the first quarter. Robinson against Porter. Lets it fly. Tries again. And Chandler lays it in.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty.
Oh, that was a bad pass.
To match.
1:05 left to play in the first quarter. Now, here's Holmes. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down low, here's Kuzma. And the layup's good off the glass.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Nunn to Okpala.
Shit.
Chandler trying to free himself up.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
Kuzma kicks to Anderson. Lets it go with the 3.
No.
It's Adebayo with the rebound.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Nunn. Adebayo with the ball. Nice D from Porter.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
And so it's New York in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we spoke with Jimmy Butler not too long ago about
these guys work so hard and they're young.
The whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. The Heat trail by 13, and New York looking at who they've got. They've got Robinson. Michael Porter's out there with Porter. And there's Anderson, and it's Sharp in at the shooting guard position.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter. And as much as he commands attention on the court, Jimmy Butler content to skip the spotlight when he's offered.
You know, GA, nothing has come easy in his career for Jimmy Butler. All he does is puts his head down and works.
Looks like I'm going to focus on assists this round.
Work ethic, he has become an all-star. Love watching his progression.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famers.
Because they're on me tight.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Bucks was tremendous. He scored 41 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc.
That's why they're guarding me so tight this game, because I've had 40 to 50 point games for the first 10 games.
Excellent, David. Thank you.
So somebody's catching on.
How impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And that's what every player has control of.
Take it.
His level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Knicks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Both free throws good from Anderson.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. 11-point game. And the pass to Okpala. He kicks to Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
And so Butler nails both of them.
He's not like a lot of superstars. Jimmy Butler will call you out if you're on his team. All he wants to do is win.
And really deep three that time.
I'm surprised I made that.
Points for Shea.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Here's Okpala, guarded by Porter. Passes it to Butler. No good off the back of the rim.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Come here.
Here's Ball. No good that time. Excellent D that time from Robinson. On the wing, Porter. No good on that one. And so it's the New York Knicks riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And we'll be back with you shortly. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. While you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Heat, Hero out there with Lonzo Ball. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Saric, and it's Adebayo in at the center, locking down the middle. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Hero, no good.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Nice.
Buries the long-range jumper.
defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now here's Ball. He has 7. Now a timeout called by Miami.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
And some changes here for the Heat. Duncan Robinson comes in for Butler. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Ball. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Adebayo. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. So it's Miami now. They trail by 16. Here's Hero. Covered by Van Vliet. Back to Robinson. 4 on the shot clock.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend, Smitty, of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will get consistent as the years go on. Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
For Miami, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. To end the run, Randall grabs the board.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Anderson gets it to go.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Ain't gonna give it to you.
Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And the Knicks making a change here. Knox is checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now, Nunn. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Adebayo kicks to Chandler. And too long on the shot.
And they just can't find a way to end this
I'll take
thing.
it.
Nothing
No, I
falling
won't.
right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration.
Oh.
Someone needs to step up and make a
Shot.
play to turn this thing around.
A nice shot by Anderson.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Chandler.
Oh, nice job, Cleat.
And a fast break now for New York.
Shot.
A 3 from Anderson. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game. Unbelievable. Nunn looking around.
Give me that.
That one wide left.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Anderson outside.
Shot.
Here's the 3. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 4 assists now tonight.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Here's Holmes. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
A different look for Miami. Butler, he's checked in for Duncan Robinson. And Ball subbed in for Kendrick Nunn.
That was way
good
off.
on the free throw. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Heat. And Chandler throws it down.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Robinson dishes to Anderson. Sinks it. What range from outside.
Yeah.
Wow.
I am wowing
Anderson's
also
got
at that
38
shot.
points.
That was
And
a
they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to
possible
score the
shot.
Akpala, the pass to Butler. Here's Akpala. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 6 on the shot clock.
Don't you be scrambling it.
To the Adebayo. High to stuff the alley-oop.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Knicks have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
And one of the highlights on the season,
And that is my 10th game with 40 points or more.
As a unit.
There's Ball with the 3. That shot off. And so it's New York sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points.
So
and
pretty.
with as many 3-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Rest in peace to the Mamba and Baby Gigi. Still remember where I was standing.
Going with the whole new group on the floor. Knox, he's checked in for the Knicks. Anderson comes in for Harper. He'd have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. And New York, looking at who they've got. Dennis Smith is out there with Anderson. Then it's Trice. Then it's Porter. And it's Knox in at the small forward position. He dialed that one up from long distance. Anderson's got 43 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Sharge outside. Miami no good on that time either.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And here's Anderson for 3. Greg,
Bad shot.
You in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. Think about it. Not that long. I mean, I grew up without the internet.
Smith, Sharge, and
or at least the first,
The floor awareness
14, 15 years of my life were
the
without
ball
internet.
to his uncovered teammates.
Smith outside. Anderson outside. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Knox. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Sharge has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Sharge has got 6 points in the quarter.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jay.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Harper, he's checked in for the Knicks. And so Butler nails both of them. 58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Anderson outside.
Shot.
Trey. And again for three.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping.
Oh crap,
his
I'm on the
shot.
wrong guy.
And
No,
this is
we're on
already a
this
game
guy.
he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this
Oh.
effort earlier on.
I
Well,
hate
the question
passing
becomes,
sometimes.
are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Here's Harper, and Henson sends it back. They recover it, and he recovers it. Pass to Anderson. Here's Knox.
Shot.
On deep.
No.
No good on that one.
All right. Can I get one more steal? Probably not.
Lucas with it. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory
Well,
for them.
we'll take it.
And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's
Game
exactly
11
right, but with
in
way they
the
control
can.
the game and just
We are now
completely
11-0
out of it.
with my
That's
sharpshooter.
how to get it done on
New
the
York
road.
Knicks Season
Well, folks,
2,
that's gonna
my
do it for
career
now.
mode.
For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge,
3
this
points.
is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Game 11 in the bag. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 12 of this New York Knicks campaign with my sharpshooter point guard. I have not had a game below 40 points yet. They're going to shut me down. I'm just waiting for it. It's coming. Trailblazers, this is a good team. This is going to be hard. So Game 12 going into an 11-0 run so far. Let's see if the Trailblazers can shut us down or if we're going to rock them as well.
Never fall off, I just fall back. I want all the bags, I want.
Today I'm joined by a special guest and my man holding down the community for the NBA 2K League. He's the NBA 2K League Community Ambassador, Black Frank White. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, man, I'm happy to be here. I always love coming on 2K TV. It's a staple in the community now. Gotta be on here.
Absolutely. Love connecting with you. Love seeing competitive NBA 2K. People know it's one of my favorite things. So let's start back with last season. You had a team go undefeated in the regular season. What was that like for you guys at the league?
It was amazing to see them come together with, all the elements, right? Remote gameplay, pandemic, being pretty much in lockdown for such a long period of time and not really having that connection to the outside world to still lock in and focus and really put together one of the most historic seasons in NBA 2K League history is amazing.
Recently, we had on Wizards District.
That is kind of cool. I may need to look more into the online component of this game because I know it's a big deal. I've not dealt with it yet. I've just been kind of getting good at the game over the past 6-8 months as I've been playing 2K20 and 2K21. There is a part of me that wouldn't mind getting involved in the online component. So we'll see.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. So the New York starting five, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Anderson, and it's Sharp in at the 2. And for the Trailblazers, Green is out there with Robinson. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Schroeder.
Yeah,
at
Lillard
the
is a
2.
pain in the
And for
butt.
teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
Kevin, it's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain.
Yeah, Lillard's one of the better players in the game,
teams
period.
They believe in themselves and they keep playing to their
Oh!
strengths.
I didn't expect to get that tip.
Because you're not playing.
And I'll
against
take that
yourself.
one. Go.
We're human, and Kevin, as great as
Crap.
you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days. And it's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
Got to do it.
Gotta keep grinding.
Lillard. Robinson with the block.
Nice job.
Sharp, the pass to Anderson.
Shot.
And again, New York with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Shut them down.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. And another turnover here by Portland. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive
that was a good
play
block.
like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Yeah, that was pretty good looking.
Porter against Robinson. And it's
Nice.
Robinson, that time on the assist by Porter.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers.
They are going to adjust.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
What you got, Lillard? What you got?
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Will it go? And the layup is good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player.
Why did I not? That's why I don't like the passing sometimes in this game. Because shot.
Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And that's 12 points.
I make
for
mistakes.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
There's a part of me that after playing like 6 months in NBA 2K20, I'm still used to the shot system in that game.
Schroeder looking over the floor.
Now, I do not like guarding Lillard. He's a badass.
Oh! The score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Anderson passes to Robinson. Back to Anderson.
Thank you.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Anderson's got 14 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Schroeder. Five to shoot. From deep, Green. That shot off the mark. The Knicks go.
Oh, and they stole it back.
They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a
that
good
was a
thing
nice
when
layup.
the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
Lillard, the pass to Robinson. Green with the ball. Schroeder outside.
God, Lillard's such a pain in the butt to guard.
From the high post. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Schroeder's got his second basket of the game.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And once Schroeder was asked
All right,
to name his
let's see here.
NBA city, I believe it surprised a lot of fans when he said Milwaukee.
That's right, Greg. But he cited the strong German culture there.
What?
Schroeder, of course, went straight from Germany
What?
to the NBA.
Okay.
His athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better. Plays under control, can lead.
That was my bad.
A tremendous amount of growth.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. Fred VanVleet picks one up. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the night.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make.
Yeah, I missed the steal, and then he got around me.
The Knicks leading by 7. To the paint.
Bleat, get it, Bleat.
Drops in the layup for 2.
this is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
For Portland, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Passes it to Kelly. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Holmes. Anderson outside. New York moving the ball around. Now here's Porter. He's
shot.
Close.
What?
Anderson's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 9. Pass to Burks. Here's Rowe. From down in the low post, it goes. He has 5.
Oh, perfect
Come on,
timing
Kuzma.
there to knock down the teardrop.
The shot's good from Kuzma.
Oh, that was
The
an amazing
chemistry
shot.
has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive
Oh,
execution.
that's right.
Stolen by Anderson.
Fine.
Van Vliet, right side. Rebound by the Trailblazers. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
You know what? Playing on the road is always challenging. It requires a level of energy and focus. You've got to match what the home team gives you, and they didn't do it.
And so it's New York ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close.
Well, it's not a shutout, but
Earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals with a big loss.
I look to the times where things.
so far we've managed to
Greggy's
keep
certainly a
Lillard
gentleman in
slowed
victory
down,
and
but we're
defeat.
only going into
You
the
know,
second
Lillard
quarter, so.
takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it
Well,
stings,
L is for
but
learning.
He also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
Ah.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've
Kuzma,
seen
I
so
love you.
far from the Knicks?
Just a terrific first
That wasn't
quarter,
Kuzma. Who was
sparked
that?
really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Give me that ball.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Alec Burks.
Boom!
And Ford
Is that Porter?
at the small forward. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Heat got the job done. He finished with 49 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's
Ah.
hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his
My
offense
fault.
flowing.
Here's Kelly. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
my bad.
And this is something this guy
That
takes
turnover
pride in,
is my fault.
capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
New York calls timeout. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their 2 meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
And so it's the New York Knicks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. While you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
On the court for the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4
Shot.
and the 5.
Gonna miss.
And there's Anderson. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Sharp in at the 2 spot. And Robinson throws it down hard.
Quick thinking wins Dame assists. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Outside, Green. Back to Lillard. Beyond the arc. The shot, no good. So New York will take it the other way. The pass to Porter. Anderson outside. Lets it go from deep.
Timing's way off on that.
That is off the mark. He's shooting 60% on 6
Get him,
of
get him,
10
get him, get him, get him.
Here's Lillard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I'll take it.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter.
Not getting a lot of points this game, but I've got 3 steals, 5 assists.
20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Burks, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Whoa, what did you just do there?
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
And Porter drops them both. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I would like more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Lillard
Fred
is a pain in the butt.
New York. The Trailblazers have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's
come here.
reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling.
No. Why did you do that, Richard?
A different look for New York.
That turnover is not my fault.
Robinson. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Julius Randle. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Burks the pass to Rowe. Burks against Van Vliet. Shoots from the block. Burks' shot is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now.
Shut them down, boys.
5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Van Vliet passes to Anderson.
Not gonna make it.
Misses off the left iron. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Portland Trailblazers. They trail by 7, and they get it back. New York's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Shea way outside. Portland grabs the miss, and it goes down 2 points.
It's not being a shutout game for me.
To Kuzma. He absorbs contact well and knows how to adjust his shot.
Come here.
Rowe defended by Anderson. And
but they got it back for a second chance
point.
point.
The Knicks lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Kelly. Time call here. The Knicks
too
decide
tight.
to talk it over.
Third quarter, I only got 21 points. I need to step it up. But I knew going into this game the Trailblazers are tough.
Knicks, Porter's checked in for Knox. And it's Dennis Smith in for Fred Van Vliet.
Shutting me down.
1:19 left in the third quarter. And here's Anderson for 3. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 24 points for Jay.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
And that's a little lack of fight.
Our defense is horrible right now.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Shut.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure
Better
does
shut
hurt.
Rowe
It
down.
obviously opens up
Go.
major options at the offensive end.
I'll take it.
New York moving it around.
Shot.
Shot on the way. No good. Shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. We've got
4 steals now, but
and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle.
not
Now
necessarily
a play chance here for him.
Again and again, they're
doing that
dissecting
much.
the defense and creating those high percentage looks.
Those steals
from
aren't getting us that
inside.
many points,
Porter's checked
so
in for the Knicks.
really need to get those shot percentages
This
up.
is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
The Knicks leading by 8. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Smith kicks to Anderson.
Shot.
Off
What?
target with his 3. Pass to Burks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Porter.
Alec Burks continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's
Can
got
I sink
great
another 3
size for a
shot
2-guard.
And he knocks
before
down the first one.
the quarter ends? I got 8 seconds. Surely I can.
And Burks hits 2 free throws.
Gotta be on me like
8 seconds left to play here in the third.
shot.
The 3 from Anderson. Buries it from 3-point range. Anderson's got 14 points now in the second half.
He's carried this team to this lead on his back, handling almost all the scoring duties.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? New York ahead. They lead by 9.
It's not a big enough lead.
We're back in a moment. And let's listen to Coach
Trailblazers
Terry
are
Stotts
a
review
really
the game
good
plan with this guy.
We're getting stops after that start. We've been getting stops, all right?
The
What he
fourth
said.
quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. New York leading by 9. Alec Burks is out there with Green. And it's Schroeder in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
The Trailblazers shooting for the game at 42%. Burks looking around. That's tipped. Holmes with the steal.
Porter?
Fast break now for the Knicks.
Who is that? It's not.
That's good from Porter.
It
On
was
the assist
Porter.
by Anderson.
So I got Porter and Porter
Anderson's
Jr.
got
and I always
6
get
assists in the
confused
game.
between the two.
Here's Rowe. And he drops in the layup off the
I've got to
glass.
get better at
That's
defense,
about a
like
great
learning
read. He
how to
recognized
time
the
my
opening,
blocks
took
and
advantage
stuff.
of the late defense and made him pay.
The kick out to Porter. A 3 from
Shot.
Anderson. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go.
Can I get
from
another
there.
steal?
Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting.
Oh,
is
I got the block,
critically
finally.
important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball.
Shut.
I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout.
Shut.
His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Come here, Lillard.
Lillard against Anderson. Tries it from 19 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And they've worked the ball around so well.
What did I just do? I can't believe he caught that.
From mid-range.
Porter, no luck.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted
That's
to
me
kick
hitting
it out, changed his mind, and ended up
wrong
missing.
button.
From 12 feet out. That one, no good. Excellent D that time from Robinson.
Stop shot.
Here's Anderson for three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Anderson's got 42 in the game.
All right, continuing my 40-point streak.
Part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried on here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Schroeder passes to Nurkic. Back to Schroeder. Lillard looking around.
I'm not tight enough on him.
Shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient.
I think it's a record for assists for me.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And that one is good.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for
I'll take
New
it.
York.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jay.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Schroeder. Three-pointer. The Knicks pull it in. Anderson with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Got that one up quick. Anderson's got 46 points.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight they've done that and then some. Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Randall.
Boom!
Look out below!
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
Randall,
And I
you
can't agree
dog!
more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Three-pointer, Lillard. Good on the three-point shot.
I like how he turned around. He's like, that was mine.
On the triple, Lillard with textbook technique.
Oh, not what I wanted to do.
Porter kicks to Anderson.
Shut off.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lillard outside. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This crowd was
What a game.
stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
12-0.
Shocking. I don't care.
Win
what
on
the
game
matchup is.
12.
You never expect a road team to come in
46
and just
points,
cruise
9
to the
assists,
kind of
4
win
steals.
they did
What
tonight.
a
And that
game
about wraps
from
it
my
up
sharpshooter.
for Dorisburg,
And
David
against
Aldridge, Greg Anthony,
the
and the rest
Trailblazers,
of
no
our
less.
terrific
Against
2K
Lillard, who
Sports
normally
crew.
smoked my
This is
butt
Kevin Harlan saying thanks for
during
watching.
Season 1.
We'll see you next time.
Incredible.
Have a great evening.
That's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen, on Game 12, Season 2, the New York Knicks. Hope you enjoyed.